Whew, it's quite hot outside. It's a good thing that I have water. Many people don't even realize it, but water is pretty dang cool. I mean, haven't you ever wondered why water can defy gravity? Or why ice can float on water despite being a solid? Or why things just mix with water so easily? Well, you better listen up well because I'm about to unleash a flurry of facts purely about water. Let's go. Okay, so to start with the basics, water has a boiling point of 212 degrees Fahrenheit, 100 degrees Celsius, and 373 degrees Kelvin. And keep in mind, it's all the same, except it's just in different measurements. On the opposite side, water begins to freeze at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, 0 degrees Celsius, and 270 degrees Kelvin. Despite having a small molecular weight, it has a large boiling point in comparison to other hydrogen bonds. The bonds within water require much more energy due to having stronger bonds. Oh yeah, and on the subject of boiling and freezing points, when water is in a solid form, its density is actually lighter, being at 999 thousandths grams per centimeters cubed, when a liquid is denser, being at 1 gram per centimeters cubed. When in a gaseous state, its density is 993 thousandths grams per centimeters cubed. The reason why ice is less dense than water is because ice has a different structure than liquid water and is more spread out. This does not occur in any other molecule or element, as the solid is always denser than its liquid form. The water is quite unique between its solid and liquid forms. When a liquid, water has some amazing surface tension. Water tension occurs due to cohesive forces. Cohesion is the attraction from one water molecule to another water molecule. When only other water molecules surround a water molecule, it forms a sphere. Though due to gravity, it's virtually impossible to obtain a perfect sphere. Surface tension allows a liquid to resist an external force because of cohesion. Because water molecules want to cling to one another, when there's no more above to cling to, the surface layer of the water molecules forms stronger bonds and is held together by surface tension. Water has the second highest surface tension, with mercury having the highest. Water is just so amazing. And it has an exceptionally high heat of vaporization, as it takes an unusual amount of energy to vaporize a given amount of water. It has the highest latent heat of evaporation against all other substances. This is because even with all the energy added, there still may be no change in increase of temperature if the bonds between the water molecules isn't broken. In order to complete its change of state, all bonds must be broken. Another thing water is exceptionally good at is its dissolving power. Water can dissolve more substances in greater quantities than any other existing liquid, as most elements have a high solubility in water. This corresponds to the viscosity of water, as it's easier to be mixed. The relatively low viscosity also allows it to be drinkable and have a smooth flow. Other substances, such as honey, would not at all be ideal for solubility, nor to drink as it's much too viscous. Intermolecular forces are what influence the physical properties of water. Though all its molecular forces are the same, its properties of its three states are very different from one another. This is how ice has a definite volume and shape, while water in its liquid form only has a definite volume but indefinite shape. And as gas, it has both in an indefinite volume and shape. This is allowed steam to compress, while ice cannot. To conclude, no matter what, water has a massive role in the world we live in. All life depends on this simple yet unique molecule. Water's properties has an amazing stabilization compared to other molecules. If ice were denser than water, whenever a body of water would freeze, it would kill off an entire ecosystem. Yet it doesn't, because it has a structure that allows it to expand and float on top of its liquid form. Water is truly a phenomenon, as all life depends on it, and it takes up a majority of the earth. The ocean is the largest body of water and has the most interesting things to occur in it. An example would be that how a lake is able to form within the ocean's depths. These lakes are called brine pools and have a lethal amount of salinity that is impossible for any creature other than microorganisms to live within it. And did you know that an inch of water covering 1 acre weighs 113 tons? Imagine having that on your back. And last but not least, within the Earth's atmosphere, there's a whopping 37.5 million billion gallons of water. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned a little more about water like I did.